G'day guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, how you going? Hopefully if you like what you see, you will subscribe to my channel and help me reach 2,000 subscribers. That's my goal in the first 6 months of this year. So if you know anybody that likes scrapbooking and they might like what I do on my channel, what I do on my channel is this. I have got a lot of new subscribers, so I will explain this. I actually leave in the footage of creating my layouts. I don't chop and edit. I try to avoid chopping and editing. Look, if it takes me 6 hours to do a layout, I really do have to edit that a little bit. I have to chop some chunks out because we can only watch things on hyperspeed so much. So basically I speed up my footage. You have complete control when you're watching it back. If you click on the little settings cog on your YouTube screen, you can speed up or slow down the footage yourself if there's something that you want to maybe see a little bit closer. If you slow it down, it'll slow it down for you. So this is this layout. This is my youngest child. This is Jennifer. I didn't make you sit and watch me hand sew all of this. I'm just using a little bit of black embroidery thread. You saw me there with my compass. I just did 3 circles. The only reason I did those circles was just so I could get an even spacing between my stitches. And then I went along with my pokey tool, created some holes. You can see it's messy on the back there. And that's what it looks like on the front. So I just wanted some embroidered texture on the page for this particular layout. So the reason I wanted that is because the top that Jen's wearing in this particular video it's like a crocheted top. It's fully see-through. It's one of those, it's a jumper, like you wear a shirt underneath it and whatever, but very 80s-esque sort of outfit. And yeah, so I wanted to add some embroidery to it, but I wanted to keep this page very, very simple. I didn't want it to, I do like simple pages, and I shouldn't say I like simple pages. I like pages that, I love mixed media and all that sort of thing, but I also like sometimes I need to sort of quiet my mind a little bit, and that's what I like to do. So this layout to me was my way of just chilling out, getting the layout done, and getting the photos scrapbooked, but keeping it pretty simple. Now the texture on this layout is brought to you by the embroidery thread, and I did use all 6 strands, and I'm just going around. These are FRANCHVILLE floral stamps. It's 2 different sets that I'm using, and you can see I'm just basically creating a wreath. That's what I'm sort of doing, very, very loosely. What I'm doing is when I stamp it, I'm sort of wiping some, you can see me there with my green cloth. I wipe a little bit. I've got microfiber cloths in my craft room, and I'm using them a lot more because I'm trying to be more mindful of my my footprint and how much waste I create in my craft room. I try and keep it down to a minimum while still being productive. So I have bought microfiber cloths in, and they're great for when you're using stamps like this. And could I have created a mask? Absolutely. Are these flowers difficult to cut out? Not at all. They're very, very simple. But I thought that I'd be able to quite easily stamp these sprigs without having a mask down, because it's not giving me a perfect impression anyway because of the embroidery thread, and because I decided to stamp it after I did the sewing. So yeah, but I think it comes together fine. Now I am pulling in a couple of different sprigs, and I'm doing pretty much 1st generation stamps on everything. Now, if you're new to scrapbooking, you may not have heard the term of generation stamping. Basically, it is when you ink your stamp up, the first time you put it down and you stamp it, that really dark print, that's called first generation. Then without re-inking it, if you stamp it again, that's second generation, third, and so on. That's how you get the first generation, second generation. And sometimes, and I do it quite often, and I use second generation. Now you can see I've got a mouse mat underneath me there. This has helped me no end when it comes to getting a good impression. This is an old computer mouse mat underneath. That's what I use when I use my pokey tool, when I'm doing embroidery, and when I'm doing stamping like this, just freehand stamping. If I put that squishy mat underneath, it allows me to press down quite firmly, and it allows the stamp to get really good contact with the paper. And I generally get a really good stamp with that. So if you're having trouble with your stamps, give that a crack. It's a really good tip. I don't even know where I haven't actually seen someone do that. It's just something that I thought of one day, and I thought, when I bought my new stamping platform, it's got, like, it's spring loaded, which is fantastic. And I thought, well, to get that spring when I'm doing it freehand, why don't I put something squishy underneath and see if that would work? And the mouse mat works perfectly. So, yeah, that was a lucky discovery. Now, I pulled out these stickers. I've had these in my little collection over there, just gathering dust, for probably 4 years, maybe 4 or 5 years. Wouldn't surprise me if it was 5 years. These are thickers, and they're called Lovely. That's the title of them. They are old. I don't know if you can still get them. I know I purchased mine from Spotlight, which is an Australian and New Zealand. We have Spotlight, and it's kind of like your Hobby Lobby and your Michaels. Every time I see a Michaels haul, I feel like I'm watching a Spotlight haul. That's how it feels. That's the sort of conversion for me. Now, I used, so those two words in the center, they are actually the Tim Holtz Big Chat stickers, and they are fantastic. But I swear to God, I forget that I've got things. And it's not until I pull it out and I go, you know what? Why am I not using these? I do have the cheeky ones, the snarky ones, and they are so funny. But I try and use those when I'm not actually videoing, because I'm not sure if people would have a sense of humor with it. But yeah, but I love them. I love them all. Now I'm going around my wreath with, these are, I've left the container in view so you can actually see what they look like. I bought these from AliExpress 12 months ago, probably. They're dirt cheap. That's why I use them like they're confetti. And I love, on a layout, even if it's super simple, I like reflection. Whether that comes in the form of glitter, shiny things. It's kind of like a bowerbird. If it's blue, it's in their nest. To me, if it shimmers, shines, glitters, I want it on my page. But sometimes when I want it on my page, I don't actually want color. Does that make sense? So these particular bits of bling that I'm using, they're like a hexagon on top, and it looks like oil. If that, you know, when you see oil on top of water, that's what it looks like. So there's a red one, there's a green one, there's a blue. I think there's I'll have a quick look. There's blue, purple, there's green, yellow. There's one that looks like oil. It's like gold, purple, and blue. And then you've got silver with a white background, and black with a silver foreground. And they're really, really good because they're, in this situation, they're dark, but they're giving me that color reflection that I like. So it doesn't jump out. It's not in your face, but it looks really good. Now I'm using the Stickles glitter. I think it was, I didn't write it down. Yes, I did. Stickles. It doesn't have a name. How do you people know what glitter it is? Because some of them I can go, for instance, the Dylusions, so the one I used was the Dylusion Stickles, but it's got a number on it, and that's what I'll put in the description, the number that's on the side of it, but it doesn't actually have a name on it. So I don't know how to tell you which Stickles it is that I used. It's a Dylusions one, and I know it's pretty new. So, what else am I using? My gold Posca paint pen. I love my gold Posca paint pen. It's gold, but it's not in your face gold. It's like that subdued gold. So I decided to go around and just colour in where my stamped, there's like black on one side and the other leaf is hollow. So I'm just going around and putting a bit of gold on there, just so I've got the gold on there 3 times. I have a thing with 3. I have a rule of 3, and it's not the rule of 3 that most people talk about, but for me, I have to have the color or the metallic or I have to have it on there like 3 times, just so it looks balanced. And I've got it on the title, I've got it on the words in the center, I've now got it on the leaves, so now I feel everything is right with the world. So it's kind of crazy, but I do have OCD. I've got to tell you guys, it's OCD at its finest. So yeah, so this is my layout. Now I do go around, I wasn't going to do this is a glossy accents, but I did go around. I put the Dylusions Stickles glitter in the center of the flowers, and it looked a little bit funny. So I've gone around with the flowers and I've just added some glossy accents to them, just for that extra bit of reflection. And that is my layout, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. And it all helps my channel out and gets me out there so other people can find my channel. I also have everything linked in the description below. Facebook, Instagram, all the social stuff. And my Buy Me a Coffee link if you would like to help support the channel in helping to purchase more supplies so I can create more videos for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back tomorrow with another video. Bye for now.